want everyone in the crowd to close your eyes and think of the last time you complimented one of your parents. If this is surprisingly easy for you, I want you to think of the last time you spent quality time with your parents. As teenagers, we often cut off the most important people in our development, and those are our parents. I've been spending the last 2.5 months researching this as a student. It all started when I read Kimberly Ray Miller's memoir, Coming Clean. Miller highlights the importance and hardships of family relationships to show today's youth that parent-child relationships are much more vital to their development than one would think. A common misconception a lot of people have, and one that I certainly had, is that once I hit high school, I didn't need my parents to help me with big decisions or what to eat or any of that little stuff. And actually, a relationship with your parents will shape who you are for the rest of your life, believe it or not. It will change how you perform in school, it will change your social skills, and it will change the decisions you make, like big decisions. Before I gave this speech, I did a little study and asked people around our age.
The biggest problem with my parents is that they're from a different generation, so they don't understand the decision that us kids make.
When they try to tell me what I'm going to be when I grow up.
When my parents yell at me for stupid things like not cleaning the toothpaste out of the sink.
As you can see, there was no hesitation in those kids' answers. And mending a relationship with a parent and a child that is in high school can be very challenging, especially when it's been continuously broken. So after my research, I've come up with a few ways that can hopefully work through your implications as a parent and child relationship. As you can see here, the first is communication. And communication is really vital in a relationship because a lot of times parents and children aren't on the same page with everything. So you want to answer these 3 questions. You want to answer, why are you making this decision? You want to explain to your parents why you're doing that. And then you want them to answer, what are their reservations to your decision? And the last one you want to answer together kind of is, how can we reach common grounds and have a decision we're both happy with? The next one is mutual respect. And parents, as we all know, love to make decisions for us, but they need to realize that we are also growing up and we deserve some respect. So try to respect them as well, listen to their advice, take in what they have to say because they do have much more life experience than we have, and then have them listen to you as well so that you guys can hopefully reach common grounds, and with age comes more respect. In Kimberly Ray Miller's memoir, Coming Clean, she does most of the same things with her parents, and instead of communicating with her parents her problems, she tends to take action instead, and that's not very good. In the memoir, she tries to commit suicide because she doesn't want to talk to her parents about her problems, and that just leads to a more tense relationship. So always use your words instead of your actions. Shannon Buckley, a researcher and professional on suicide, said that rates are often reflected by whether or not you have family behind you. Most people who commit suicide might not have a good family relationship. Suicide is also a lot of times caused by you comparing yourself to others. So raise your hand if you've ever seen another family and thought, why can't I have that? So that is also very important. Consistent family relationships are one of the 3 main factors playing into suicide. As teenagers, we often distance ourselves from our parents instead of embracing them, which is what we should be doing because you want to embrace your family and what you have for a good life. As I've grown up, I've watched a lot of my college friends grow up as well and become independent from their families, which is great, but you don't want to separate yourself from the one thing that matters the most in your life. I know I want to create a new image for myself and as you guys, but it's important to include and embrace your family in that new image and not separate yourself. So I'd like to share with you guys one of the last passages from Kimberly Ray Miller's memoir. I figured out I can be mad at my parents, really mad, and I learned that in spite of my anger, they would still love me, and I would still love them. They can't clean the moldy spots on my childhood, but they can serve as my cheering sections, and they always have. So as you all go home tonight, remind your parents that you love them no matter what's going on, and that you're so grateful for them. The parent-child relationship is a huge part in the development of who you are and who you're becoming. Every once in a while, make sure you appreciate your parents and your family. Work through the hard times and embrace the good, and embrace your not-so-cookie-cutter family. So basically,
Sarah, I made you guys some cookies.
Mom, we're trying to film. You're so embarrassing.
Cut!